So this project began about 8 years ago as a bare horse paddock, so just a completely bare field. And slowly over that time we've turned it into a 3-acre forest garden. The project's kind of unfolded a bit like a conversation, or it's an emergent process. It's not like we had a vision at the beginning about what it was all about. So this kind of deeper purpose has been emerging as we've gone along. You know, it's just how we've sort of physically designed the garden, you know, where it's founded on sort of outdoor living rooms and a journey through the landscape, and then there's a natural swimming pond at the heart of the garden, and all these things offer a much more multi-dimensional experience than just sort of having organic food, which is great in itself, but you know, it's not enough, I don't think. Well, for myself, but also as an alternative, you know, we do need to live a completely different way to what we are if we're going to continue to be on this planet. So we need to find a kind of existential relationship with the wider world. You know, I don't think I have an answer, or that this garden is an answer, but maybe it's a part of the conversation towards an answer. What I can do is change a little part of the world, hopefully be a bit of an inspiration for people to think, well, it is possible to take a piece of the world and, you know, transform it. Maybe 12 years ago, I just started to, you know, sort of get up to speed with climate change and just a lot of environmental issues. And I saw that, well, I guess the way we grow our food seemed to be the source of a lot of the problems that we've got. Then when I saw forest gardening as a solution, sort of in every way that conventional agriculture is a problem, for instance, the loss of the topsoils, or the profligate use of water, the use of insecticides and pesticides and herbicides, which all then go into the wider environment, the loss of biodiversity, the way we're living is actually impacting and degrading, you know, the Great Mother. Forest gardening offered a very, very positive solution. And so it wasn't just a sort of one issue thing. It was like, by creating a forest garden, you know, it is a regenerative system on all of those levels. You're creating soil, you're storing water in the soil, increasing the biodiversity, and you're providing a source of food. When I see visitors come, and I see something happens for them when they come here, which maybe is like a sort of recovery of an ancient cultural memory, and when they go out foraging for their food, you know, like you go out a little band and sort of a certain sort of style of conversation or a particular tone of conversation starts to emerge, and you know, you find some sort of a pace in the garden with a lot of resources, and there's a bubble of excitement, and then there's the coming back, processing the food and eating the food. And so at each stage of it, there's a social yield that comes with the actual, you know, the produce, as it were. And I think maybe this is a level that's not thought about enough. It's just sort of culturally or socially what happens around a foraging system, because I guess that is kind of what we are evolved to do. And there's something about sort of the nourishment that comes from as the social interactions. We find that people come here and they do have a transformative experience very frequently. You know, again, it's not what we set out to do, but that's what we're finding. And I guess that's kind of why we're running courses and events, that we want to share that with people and, you know, sort of offer that as part of the conversation towards finding, you know, solutions to our very sort of pressing problems.